Thank you for joining us here at Ojos Locos Sports Cantina here in downtown Fort Worth. I am Mac Engel of the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, and this is another edition of the Mac Attack. It is December, it is Cowboy season still, and because it is December and it is Cowboy season, it is time to prepare accordingly. Cowboys have 4 games remaining. Now, normally, you would think they just need to win 2 of their final 4 to get to 10 wins, because 10 wins historically in the NFL is the magic number for the playoffs. But if you look at the way the NFC is sort of shaking up, the Cowboys really need to win 3 of their final 4 to get to 11 wins and secure a playoff spot that we, a month ago, were all sure was a slam dunk. The problem with that is nobody in their right mind thinks the Cowboys are going to close out the season winning 3 of 4. The more likely scenario is they're going to lose 3 of 4, but Jason Garrett is going to get a 10-year contract extension anyways. Something I don't think anybody who followed college football, and specifically the Big 12, could have predicted back in August, is that here we are in December, and if TCU defeats Iowa State at home, they will get into the Final Four in college football's first ever playoff. If TCU, I cannot believe I'm saying that, closes out its business on Saturday and beats Iowa State at home by a decent enough margin, they're going to be a playoff team. And the team that they lost head-to-head to, Baylor, will not. TCU is going to be a playoff team, and in the same discussion as Alabama, Florida State, Ohio State, and Oregon. Great season for TCU, assuming they win, and whatever happens from here on out, it has been a phenomenal banner year for the Horned Frogs. Well, Charles Barkley has said that the Mavs' best player right now is guard Monta Ellis. And it's hard to disagree with Charles because he's Charles Barkley, but I'm going to disagree with him on one point. The Mavs don't go if Dirk's not there. Dirk Nowitzki remains the single biggest threat for the Mavs, and it was evidenced when he has taken some time off, when Rick Carlisle has given him a game off. The Mavs don't move without their Dirk. Monta Ellis is great. He's probably going to be an all-star. Tyson Chandler's really good again. It's great to see Chandler Parsons do his thing, but if the Mavs are going to get going, they need their Dirk. Listen, selfishly, nobody wants to see Johnny Manziel start and play football right now for the Cleveland Browns more than I do. This thing has massive star wattage potential or total train wreck fiasco disaster. I want to see Johnny Manziel play. But if I'm the head coach of the Cleveland Browns and I've got a decision to make whether to start Manziel or Hoyer, right now, Hoyer got you to 7 wins. The Cleveland Browns historically have been one of the NFL's worst franchises. You've got to stick with Hoyer, because if you put in Manziel now, you can never go back. You're going to have to ride that out. So Hoyer the rest of the way, Manziel's the starter next year, not anytime this year. Well, the safe bet to put in any college football national championship game is just to start with Alabama. In fact, Alabama could probably go 0-11, and you could probably still figure out a way to put them in a national championship game. So Alabama will beat whomever it plays in the 1-4 game in the Rose Bowl. That puts the question of who's going to come out of the 2-3 game, which right now would be TCU and Oregon. Because I'm a total homer for the hometown, I'm going to say TCU is going to shock Oregon in the Sugar Bowl and is going to get to Jerry World to play Alabama for the national champion. And then I'm going to say Alabama's going to do what Alabama do and roll Tide over roll Toad. So I'm going to pick Alabama over TCU in the national championship game, which I'm sure is going to make me a lot of friends in Fort Worth. Well, thank you once again for joining us for another exciting edition of the Mac Attack here at Ojos Locos Sports Cantina in downtown Fort Worth. As you can see, my friend Christy has decided to skip her weekly appearance, and instead she's been replaced by what appears to be an ungodly amount of tequila and alcohol, which, if you watch the Dallas Cowboys every December, is what we call necessary. We'll see you next week.